Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
What is up, full-time family? It's your boy Taco Bell Wani. It's 3 in the morning, but there couldn't be a better time to get this full-time fake money bankroll series underway. This, I believe, is episode 27 if I'm not mistaken. We are at an all-time high. If you are new here, we started off with $500. I don't live in a state where you can actually gamble on the fights, so and I'm broke as fuck, so I'm just got like a piece of paper before I started this YouTube channel, and I just, would keep track of like if I were betting, and I was pretending I actually had a bankroll, so I wasn't just like, oh, to make it realistic, you don't want to just bet 500, start off with 500 and bet 500, lose it all, and just keep betting. It wouldn't really mean anything. So we started off with 500, man. We've been going week by week, fight card by fight card. We're up to $2,500, which is actually a huge success when you take into consideration when you gamble, normally you lose. You're having fun, but a lot of the times you lose money. So I mean, we started off at 500. We're gonna crack 2,500 this week. That's 500% of what we started at. You can't even be mad. Now, with that being said, let's get into it, because we've got a lot to get into now that we're doing not just main cards. We're also doing the early fight pass prelims as well as the Fox Sports prelims. So let's get into it. Last week we bet on the fight. We did a part 2. And we bet on the Fox Sports prelims, and we spent $200 on bets here. As you can see, we bet $100 on Devin Clark, $50 on Artem Lobov, and $50 on Olivier Albin Mercier. And now we won the Devin Clark bet. The Artem Lobov bet, that fight was canceled after the Conor McGregor madness, so we just get refunded that $50. And then we also won the Olivier Albin Mercier. So I put those into the betting calculator and got those odds. We'll get into those shortly, which is actually right here. I didn't know if it was next or not. So we get $186 back on the Devin Clark fight, profit of 86 bucks since we bet 100. We get the 50 back that we bet on Artem Lobov because the fight didn't happen, and then we win 105 on Olivier Albin Mercier, who was a small underdog. So with that being said, we bet 200 here and we got back 341.96. So that was all profit there. Fun. That's not where our biggest profit came in though, even though we won here. Now with that being said, that $341 will carry over later. Now getting into the UFC 223 main card that we bet on, we bet $200 on Paul Felder, $200 on Michael Chiesa. Both of those fights were canceled, so we just get that money back. We bet $708 on Renato Moicano. We originally bet $250 there, but then afterward when we came back, we said, you know what, big bucks, no whammy. We had that $458 left over from after betting on the Fox Sports 1 prelims, and we just threw that on the Renato Moicano, which took us up to $708 bucks. We won that bet. He was an underdog in that fight, so we cashed out there. Joanna Jędrzejczyk lost her fight, so we did lose $100 there. And then, of course, the Tony Ferguson fight was canceled due to injury, so we just get that money back. Now, with that being said, this is what that looks like in the betting odds calculator. We get the 200 back from all of those. No, you don't need any calculator for that. We bet 200, you just get it back. Same with Tony Ferguson. So we're just gonna get back 450 bucks here, but we actually won $1,734 on Renato Moicano. So when you add that $1,734 plus the money we get back, it comes out to being $2,184. Now you take that $2,184 we got from these fights on top of the $341 we got from the Fox Sports prelims. Now we're up to $2,526. I repeat because I fucked it up. $2,526.09. We started off at 500. That's 5 times what we started with. We need to not, maybe next year we won't be fucking broke and we can be doing this in actual Las Vegas, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, 5 times what we started off with, I'm just saying, this is a pretty valuable series if you ask me. So all I ask for the future of this series is it's still going to be free to see. I'm just going to put it on Patreon, you know what I'm saying, because I feel like it's worth it. It's still going to be free just to help get some people over there to see how it's free and it's worth your time. I mean, if you're a gambling man, or even if you're just having fun watching this series, I mean, we started off at 500, we're up to 2,500. All you gotta do is go to patreon.com/fulltimemma, and I'll let you guys know on YouTube when I do make new series. But yeah, so with that being said, let's get into this week's bets. We've got $2,526 to bet with. We're going to be betting on the early prelims, the Fox prelims, and the main card. Here, we're going to be betting $100. And if you didn't see these predictions for these Fox and early prelims, those are over on Patreon as well. You can go check those out if you want to see the breakdown and the predictions on these. The main card I did on YouTube. So, but here's the bets I'm placing on these fights. $100 on, I believe, is it Alejandro Perez? I believe he's fighting Matthew Lopez. This for me was a really hard fight to call. It's a toss-up for me. Who's gonna win this fight? I don't know. So I just put money on the underdog. I don't know who's gonna win that fight. So yeah, since there's a underdog, I'm just putting the money there. So $100 on Alejandro Perez. Going up to Yushin Okami. That fight's also pretty close to me. So, but Yushin Okami at the same time, I got him winning the fight. I mean, that one, man, I don't even know if I would bet, but just because we're doing so good and I picked him to win the fight, we're gonna throw $100 there. So that one, if we were broker, I might not bet on. I'm not sure if he's gonna win. It's 50-50, but since we got the prediction there and we're up, $100 on Yushin Okami. Lauren Mueller, this is a toss-up on the, this is a pick-em on the odds. It's dead even, literally. Both are both -110. So I'm just going with my prediction there. $100 on Lauren Mueller. Next, we're going up to Krzysztof Jotko, $1,000 bet, our biggest bet we've ever placed. We're at an all-time high here. This is the biggest bet we've ever placed on Krzysztof Jotko, $1,000. He's coming in here as a small underdog, and I have the same kind of feeling here that I did about Renato Moicano. I feel like he should probably be the favorite in this fight, and he's an underdog, so I'm putting big money there since we're up as well. $1,000 on Krzysztof Jotko. Whew, fingers crossed. Now we're going to Wilson Hayes versus John Moraga. I got Wilson Hayes in that fight. And since he's not too big of a favorite, I'm putting $100 there. Even it's kind of pushing it. This fight, John Moraga could for sure win this fight. He's on a 2-fight winning streak. Wilson Hayes is on a 2-fight losing streak. But Wilson Hayes has lost to some of the best fighters in the world. So I'm picking Wilson Hayes to get back to his winning ways. Putting $100 there. Ricky Rainey's taking this fight on short notice to replace Abdul Razak Al Hassan, but he's got like 10-inch reach advantage in this fight. He's going to be fighting a guy in Muslim Salikov who's highly touted. He's got a lot of fans, exciting style of fighting. He likes throwing a lot of spinning kicks to the body, trying to take people out with spinning heel kicks to the head. But yeah, so he's going to be trying to land some spinning shit in this fight. Maybe even an arm triangle if he can get the fight to the floor. But he hasn't really been fighting anybody on Ricky Rainey's level or with the same style. Ricky Rainey, so yeah, Ricky Rainey's the underdog, putting $100 there because I got him winning. So yeah, that comes in total to $1,500 on these Fox prelims and early prelim predictions. So after you take that $1,500 away from the $2,526 we had to bet, that leaves us with $1,026.09 for the main card. The main card is right here. As you can see, I'm only going to bet on 2 fights on the main card. $100 for Michelle Watterson, who I picked to win the fight. She is a slight underdog, and then I messed up the math, as you can see there, because I'm also betting $150 on Dustin Poirier, so I'll fix that. You'll see that on the next episode. I'll get that fixed. I'm putting $150 on Dustin Poirier, which means we had $1,000 left to bet with on this main card. We're going to be losing $250 here, not $150, because if you add those up, that's $250.09, and it's going to leave us with $776 dead even. So with that being said, we've got $776 left if we lose every single bet this week. Prelims, early prelims, that's probably not going to happen, but even if it did, we would still have more than we started with. Yo, let me know what you think in the comments about these bets. And also, man, we're at an all-time high. We're making the biggest bet of all so far this week. This shit is getting real, yo. Let's see what happens next week. It is what it is. I believe this is episode 27, and as I said, after this, I'll probably start putting these over on Patreon. And if you don't know what's going on with Patreon by now, just let me know. It's still free if you can't afford it. $4.99 a month is what Patreon is, and it's just to help support the channel because I'm broke as fuck. But if you can't afford it because you're broke as fuck like me, then I'm still putting everything over there for free. It's just on like a 4-day time delay. So if I uploaded this video today, you could see it this second if you're paying $4.99. But if you can't afford it, you can see it 4 days later or 5 days later for completely free when it's open on the public. So with that being said, 776 bucks left, all-time high. I'm out. And as always, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. I'm out.
Bye, Felicia.